Hello. Hello, friends. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing good. I have some lamps here that I want to be working on today, kind of my mission. I've got one of them. I saved one so you guys could see what it looked like before I got started. And it's not very good. They don't make lamps like they used to. This is just a regular old lamp that you might find at Goodwill or Salvation Army or at any vintage show. You might find something like this, and it's super heavy, super nice quality. And I had them in the shop for I think $15. Just thought maybe somebody might want to craft with them. $15 each. Didn't sell them, so now they waited too long. So now you guys are gonna watch what I'm gonna do with them. You're gonna want them. But so anyway, I've got one coat of paint. I'm using our Country Chic paint that we sell at the shop. My name is Tammy Neff, by the way. My name is Tammy Neff. I have a little store called Tammy Loves. Everything in this store is things that I love. Angela was supposed to be working today and she didn't feel well, so she called and asked me to come in. So I spent the day yesterday with my friend Angie Sipost, and we spent 10 hours here resetting the store to make it look not Christmas anymore. So it feels all new and fresh to me, so it was kind of fun to be here and put a few last minute touches on things. It took us 10 hours, but we brought in a lot of the vintage things that I've always loved, all the treasures that I shop for, and brought a lot of that stuff in, and some of the things that I've made and all of that. So anyway, I was just working on this, and I thought I would show you guys what to do. I know sometimes you're like, I have this chalk paint, but I don't know what to do with it. Well, this is the clay-based, they call it all-in-one. So we have the regular cans of Country Chic paint in every color you can think of, and these cans are the original formula that you paint your furniture with. Well, all of us creative people were like, oh, I wonder if you can paint this, I wonder if you can paint that, and I have this old plastic vase, wonder if I can paint that. Well, you can, but when they added the clay and made it an all-in-one product, it made the adhesion much better. And so if you're looking for an all-purpose paint, that's what you need to look for in your chalk-based paint. So that paint adheres better to metal and glass. You can still use it on furniture. We sell it here at the shop. I only have my favorite colors in these tall ones, and since I've got all of the plasters and waxes and metallic creams, I'm looking to see what but all kinds of stuff, and it's all 30% off. So we've been selling down on a lot of the paints. But anyway, so I'm just telling you all of that to tell you may not have like the perfect color that you want, but we can always get more if we haven't done an inventory to see. But anyway, I'm just telling you all of that to tell you that an all-purpose, all-in-one chalk-based paint is good for metal, glass. It'll go outside. I usually spray a clear spray over it if I'm taking it outside. But just kind of wanted to give you that quick. So you all know how to paint. I'm not going to have you watch me paint unless you really want to see me paint. It's thrilling, let me tell you, it's thrilling. But anyway, this lamp, it needs another coat. I can see through it, like I didn't get all underneath and stuff, so you can kind of see some things that I've missed. Although actually it kind of adds to the look, so I don't know. But what I wanted to show you, and the reason, like you could prime something like this and paint it with your regular wall paint. As long as you prime it and use the proper primer, any paint works just fine. So with that in mind though, wall paint, trim paint, and all that, it does not distress very well. And so that's where the chalk paint comes into play. Number one, it takes less coats to cover. And number two, it does neat things when you work with it. So one of the things I wanted to do is show some of the brassiness that was underneath this. So I just have a really, this is the only sponge I have here at the shop. But so I'm just going to knock off. Now let me show you how quick and easy this is. I'm trying to get it. Yeah, see that? So I'm just going to knock off like some stuff here. There's a little swirl going on. So I'm going to knock some of that off. Now, you guys that come in the shop and we talk about distressing your furniture and all that, I know that I tell you to use a wet rag. And I say that because, number one, you don't have all of the sanding dust and stuff. But the other thing is that when you use a sanding block and you're going like in a real flat area and you want to get in there, in darker colors, you'll see almost like where you scratched on the paint, but you didn't break through it. And then you'll have your breakthrough area in the middle. So it's kind of a dull ring around the look that you really wanted. So when you use a wet rag to achieve the same look as sanding, and let me show you how much it takes to break through the paint. But yeah, there you go. So I just broke through. So you can do the same thing with the wet rag. But when you, I just have a wet paper towel. So let's see if you can see that. Can you see that? You can't really see that. I can see it. It's happening. I can see it. I'm too much underneath it. Here, let me do some more here. Let me do some more. Yeah, it's a lot more work with the rag, especially on these edges, when I can just go like this and be done. Okay, but when you're in the middle, I'm just going to do this because it's just paint, and we can do another coat over it. But I know I've done this for you guys before, but not everybody's watched. But there, see how you get that, an aged sort of, it's not a chisel, it's not a scrape, it's just softened on the edges, but it's that aged vintage look that you guys all want. And that's what you want to use the wet rag for. And that's something that you will not get, at least not as nicely with wall paint and stuff. Trim paint, when I say and stuff, you could use ceiling paint. That's not probably that'll probably wipe off pretty easily, but it's not going to adhere well. So when I say that these chalk-based paints are for, fun and to do stuff like this is what I'm talking about. And it's only paint. So let's say, like I like it there, it's barely breaking through. Right there. See how it's barely breaking through? All right, so I'm just going to do gently a few rubs because I don't want to take off too much. But once it starts breaking down, then you can really get into it. I'm being gentle because I don't want it to go too far. But yeah, see how it's just peeking right now. I don't like this one so much. I like all of these other ones, just great. But when you're in person, oh, it's fine. Actually, it's fine. It's just very, very brassy. So let me do another spot here. Okay. Oops, I'm hitting my chandelier. So already you can see just right there with what little bit I've done, how I'm aging it. And then let's say that you don't like it, like, oh gosh, I don't like that scratch mark right there. You just go in with your paint and I can paint all of this back over and it's gone. And then you start again. See? It's easy. It's so easy. So you guys, and like little statues, we've been painting like, not Hummels, but those are too nice, but like something like a Hummel, like a carved ceramic, something that you get cheap. If you find those and you paint them all white or paint them black and dust a little bit of white dry brush on it to catch the highlights, you guys can transform some of these things that your mom or your grandma had and make them look really pretty. I saw Tammy, what can I think of, Rustic Orchard Home, Tammy Graves, and she had done that on one of her lives over the holidays, and we do it all the time. My favorite one is like a branch with a couple of birds on it. It's so cute. Anyway, just these chalk paints are so fun to use. But so now that you see where I'm headed with this lamp, I'm not there yet, but I'm going to distress it all over the place. Actually, I should do it with, let's see where I have it wet now. So let me just work on it. Oh no, I'm too far from you guys. I hate being so close. I hate being so close. Me, but I like it close so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I'm not looking at comments. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused here. Whoops. And not get off track. I do want to mention, I do want to say one thing. With me being so close, I have a couple spots of skin cancer that I had to have taken off last week. So, yeah, so there's that. That's another reason I don't want to get up close. So my husband's like, I saw that on your live. You could tell. Well, thanks for telling me. But I wanted to tell you, Terry Albert, I pulled your sign in case you're watching. I have 3 people, though, that have not gotten back to me with their addresses. Gina Houston and Lisa Culver. So I know I've messengered you guys a couple of times. Gina had 3 of the bulbs and Lisa Culver had 2 birds. And then I have Carol Johnson. Carol, if you happen to be watching, I have your skirt. And I know you wanted 2 of the large cotton with the gold thread votives and 2 small, and I only have the 2 small. We didn't have very many large ones to start with, like maybe 3, and they were sold. So I didn't know if you wanted the skirt and the 2 small ones, and if so, I need your address, or if you just want the skirt or whatever. So I've been trying to reach you as well. So Gina Houston, Lisa Culver, and Carol Johnson, you are the 3 ladies that I need to finish up with, and then all of the 2 videos will be done. I took up my car. I have a Chevy Traverse, like the back of my car is as big as a minivan. It was full of boxes. You guys, I couldn't love you all enough, and I appreciate that. I'll have to take you over and show you what's left of our Christmas. Like we had, I can't even tell you how many boxes, probably 3 carloads full, well, plus Angie's. So yeah, I bet we might have had 6 carloads full of stuff. And I mean, I get a lot in my car. And we're down to 1 nice little display. So thank you guys so much for helping me move out so many awesome things. Yes, so I want to thank you for that. And so that's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, and I have a customer coming in. So let me finish sanding this really quickly, and I may jump off. Hello. Hi. How are you? Gosh, I'm good. Oh my gosh, you guys. Kelly Beardmore is here. Oh. Kelly is Kelly Nellinger. That's right. She got married. Oh. Wait, gosh, how many years ago? Like 5?
5, yeah.
5, yeah, 5 years ago. So anyway, Kelly's here to pick up some of her things from the sale that I did. So I'm going to jump off of here, and I'll tell you what, I'll come right back on. I'll get this lamp done. I'll come back on, and then I have all of these. Let me show you up my ceiling. Oh, can you even tell? I don't know. Maybe you guys have seen, but see all the lamp shades that I have hanging up in my ceiling? Like all kinds of them. I've got my eye on one that I'm gonna put on this lamp and take home. So I thought I'd show you guys though how I make these lampshades hang from the ceiling and light up. It's an $8 gadget from Lowe's. So I didn't know that much about them until when I started my store. So anyway, I want to show you guys that too. So I'm gonna help Kelly, and then I'll come back on live in just a little bit. Okay? Have a good day. Sorry, but I'm happy to see Kelly. I gotta go give her a hug. Bye.